Welcome to the Unbound and Awakened podcast, where we get to open up real conversations about moments that shape us, shift us, and set us free. I'm your host, Poonam Premnath, and each week I get to sit down with incredible individuals who've made bold choices to live more fully and more truthfully and more in alignment with who they really are. If you're in the middle of repivoting your life, finding your way back to yourself, or simply ready to stop living on autopilot, this is that space for you. Today's guest is someone that I deeply admire, not just for what she's accomplished, but for the heart and the intention behind it all. Shweta Mehta, she began her journey in the fashion world, and like many of us, her body began to speak up and it spoke through symptoms of PCOS, calling her into deep healing and alignment. Instead of covering up the signals, she actually listened. She stepped away from what no longer served her, redesigned her lifestyle from inside out. She took full ownership in her well being through movement, mindful eating, and inner discipline. That choice to heal herself didn't just change her health, it changed her life. Today, she's a fitness coach, she's a kickboxer, a proud finalist at the Haut Monde Mrs. India 2025. And in this episode, we get to talk about what really looks like to reclaim your body, balance your hormones, build confidence, and step fully into your feminine power. This conversation is for anyone who's ever felt called to start again, not just physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Shweta, welcome. I'm really honored to have you here today. Your journey is such a beautiful example of what's possible at the beginning. So let's say, I know you said you started off in the fashion world. What was that moment, rather series of moment that made you realize that this is the time to step into something completely different, something that's more aligned, that's more deeply in your own well-being and in your own purpose and calling?
Thank you. Firstly, thank you for having me on the great platform, and you're doing a great work, I would say. And yes, and thank you for the amazing introduction as well. So yeah, fashion. My journey from fashion to fitness wasn't planned. To be very frank, it wasn't planned. It was born out of pain and necessity because fashion is was always been an outlet for me of creativity, but then eventually when I started doing things and my symptoms showed up, my health started to deteriorate because of PCOS, hormonal imbalances, and the poor lifestyle. So somewhere I knew that no outer mask will cover the inner chaos I was going through. So I had to step down from fashion and focus on the part where take my health in my own hands, I would say. So but yeah, fashion has always been my love. I Right now I don't pursue it. I only design for myself and my family. But yes, once I got into fitness, it took me like a long time to realize that stop punishing your body and start nourishing your body with whole foods and with exercising. And I don't mean exercise means the very hardcore training which just beat your body out, and don't do that. But yeah, listen to your body, move with love, I would say. Yeah, so fitness, nutrition, and wellness became my passion because I would say they literally have saved me.
So
So
that's
yes,
that.
then there was no looking back, and now today I train women who are suffering from the PCOS, and not only design garments, but I design lives now. I feel, and that is more satisfying.
It is. It's very fulfilling, especially when you get to impact somebody's life because of your struggles has now become your purpose. And PCOS is something that many women, they actually silently suffer through this. And some are very uncomfortable to share what they're going through. and you've done it so boldly. And I've seen a lot of your Instagram posts. It's very inspiring. And you've also somehow woven in your fashion element there with your the way you show up with your some of your outfits, and when you're posing, you are so comfortable in sharing all aspects of your personality, be it in the fitness space or be it in the wellness or the nutrition, and you've woven all of those things so beautifully. Can you share, speak to the women who are silently struggling with PCOS? Can you share how you overcame it, and what was some of those experiences you've had, be it with changes in your lifestyle or your nutrition, and how do you coach people through that? I know I put too much on your plate with too many questions, but if you could help me with that.
Sure, sure. So, I would start from explaining the viewers what is PCOS or PCOS is basically. So, it is called Polycystic Ovarian Syndrome, and which affects women of reproductive health, I would say. So, the symptoms will be more of a what do you say, hormonal imbalances in the body, and large, high level of male hormones, and you'll have a lot of irregular periods, and weight gain, hair thinning, acne. So, and also, women, a lot of women will have a development of small cyst on their ovaries,
Mm,
and it also affects the insulin resistance, and inflammation is connected to PCOS again. So that can only be controlled or totally changed with nutrition and exercise. So you have to completely change your lifestyle to overcome it. So I have been like under PCOS shadow for like 15 years. I completely ignored all the signs for 15 years, my weight gain, acne, hair thinning, everything. I was like, I thought I just have to live with it. There's no other option. And there's only lifestyle changes will help you. That is nutrition, exercise, and stress management. And fourth comes is, I would say, sometimes medication. So for 15 years, I took only medication. I was only on medication, which were like quick fixes from the doctors, which never helped. I also went to the microscopic surgery, which, burst, they go microscopically into your body and burst the cyst on your ovaries. But then they came back after a couple of months. So it did not help, of course. Then came my son in the world. Like for 2 years, I completely was my world was, around him, 2 years. And then there was a day, I would say, I felt like I was done with it. I was done with PCOS. I was done. And I was like, I have to take things in my hand now, because like half of the most important years of my life, I have lost to PCOS. So then I started researching, and somewhere down the line, I heard or read somewhere that strength training really helps. So I am being into a very, I come from a Marwadi family
mm,
where, strength training is like, you'll not even talk about it. Karna to dur ki baat hai, you'll not even talk about it. So yeah, then I started researching and reading books on nutrition and fitness. I started to go. I used to live in a small apartment. I used to go to my community gym in the morning, 5 o'clock. I was so scared and insecure, because even nowadays, I see women are really, intimidated to get into the gym, because they're not so, confident about it. Of course, I totally understand that. It was me a few years back, and I used to go to the community gym in the 5 in the morning to work out so that nobody sees me. And I used to watch the YouTube videos, and I did. Yeah, it took me almost like an year, and I threw all the junk food from my kitchen. I came to like whole balanced foods, nutrition, food, what do you say, fruits, vegetables, whole grains. So yeah, and then one day, like it took me like almost 12 to 13 months. And yes, I first time realized that I've conquered PCOS, seeing all my symptoms have like, changed. My body
mm,
shifted. And that
mhm,
gave me so much confidence. And I felt that, that was the moment where I felt I should do something in fitness and nutrition because it gave me so much of confidence. I got myself back. I felt I came back to myself. So yes, then I decided to coach women as well. Got certified in personal trainer, and now I started my brand and I coach women to nourish, no, but not to punish their bodies.
I like that. Nourish but not to punish their
Not to
bodies.
punish.
That's a very well said. And I want to thank you for being so honest and so open about your struggles, your journey, and how you navigated some of the cultural struggles that women have, especially women in several parts of the country, not just in India. Culturally, it's not open and acceptable to express your body freely, or move in a certain way, or carry weights or anything like that. But you broke that mold. You trusted in yourself, knowing that that is the right thing for you, which opened up a path where you now are able to help and influence other people, which is beautiful. Now, within your fitness story, I think you moved into kickboxing. I know you said a little bit about strength training. What led you to pick up kickboxing? Was there a particular challenge that you were going through that drew you in that place?
So, yeah. So when I got certified from the personal trainer, so there's this, they give us an internship, the normal internship, normal gyms internship. But I wanted to do something different, which, which I would say, kick me out of my comfort zone and give me like a growth. So there was this option for a kickboxing gym. No one in my family, friends, or in my community would dare to go that path. Trust me, nobody. I even myself wouldn't go. But then I don't know. I something I wanted to do. I wanted to explore that world. So I just went for it. I still remember. I would love to share this with all the viewers. I went for this interview, and I was sitting in the car outside the gym, and it took me like an hour to get out of that car. And I was like, wrestling with my own thoughts. What if this is not for you? What if something goes wrong? What people will say? And then, but I have a very strong connection with my body and mind. I would say that. So every time anything negative my mind talks, my heart always says positive, and my heart said, just go do scared. So I was like, okay. I just stepped out of the car, went through those doors, and there it was. Oh my God, that was a totally different world. Initially, it was very brutal. Every punch gave me pain, and every skill, I would say, it demanded something which I didn't think I had in me.
Mm-hmm.
But kickboxing not only made me physically strong, but I would say it allowed me, it taught me to how to choose my future, and how to step out of your comfort zone, and to do things which no other women will dream to do.
Wow.
So yes, I that was a proud decision I made, and got certified in 3 months, and then I did that job for like 2 years, and I used to love it, love it.
That is very beautiful to hear. And what I like about what you just shared is fighting with your negative mind. That is a real struggle for everybody. And it's the limits that we place on ourselves that define the next steps in our life. And this is how you decided to do it despite of the fears that showed up for you when you were making those judgment calls of trusting your intuition. So I'm glad that you shared that story, because people need to hear simple things that you had to go through to get to where you are. So I want to thank you for sharing that. Now you've been really vocal about, your postpartum recovery, your healing journey. I think it's, what is it called, diastasis recti or something? What was the biggest misconception that you faced there to rebuild your strength?
So I didn't knew I would diet. It is called DR basically. I call it DR because it is a long word. Nobody can tell, nobody can speak about it. But I didn't know about DR until I got into the second postpartum journey of mine. So even after delivering the baby, I looked pregnant.
Mm,
So I was like, what is wrong with me? There's something
mm,
wrong. And I was like, that okay, just I always want to find what is going on with my body. I'm very connected to body and my mind. So I just started to Google my symptoms, and there you go. It showed me like all the symptoms matched, and they showed me DR. And I was just waiting for my gynac to meet the 12-week postpartum checkup, which happens, and then my gynac confirmed that I have DR. But until then, I wasn't scared. But when I was scared was when I read the line, you can never lift weights with DR.
oh, wow.
That I felt as a bolt of lightning, to be very frank. Like I felt like somebody has, pulled the earth beneath me. So I
Right.
so emotionally asked my gynac that will I be ever able to lift weights? And then the answer he gave was, my God, I couldn't, like I had goosebumps on my arms when he gave me that answer. He just showed me the pictures of women with six pack who healed and transformed after DR.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was like, wow. And because you know what, lifting strength training is not just workout for me. It's like a prayer. It's my identity. I just can't
Mm,
live without it. So then I just came out of the doors with a lot of hope, and then I started to work out. DR was a new territory for me altogether, so I had to do a lot of research. What are the do's and what are don'ts? So I started with basics, core workouts, deep breathing, stability exercises. The results were really slow initially, but there were some results for sure. But you have to have a lot of patience with it. But when you do things right way, you will see
mm.
results. And when you choose faith over fear, I feel you see results for sure.
Yeah, no, I like that, choosing faith over fear, and the fact that you've made strength training as part of your prayer and your routine and your identity, and you didn't allow yourself to cave into some of the fears that came, and you still moved through it, and you somehow figured out a way to work through, and you followed whatever instructions were given, you were disciplined about it, and you somehow crossed the chasm, so to speak. So let's talk a little bit about your journey to becoming the finalist at Mrs. World, uh, Haut Monde Mrs. India Worldwide 2025. So what drew you to this specific pageantry? Like, what is this chapter? Why is this different from the previous achievements you've had?
So, pageant journey, when I said yes to this pageant, it wasn't because I wanted a validation from outside, but it was something deep within. I always had this little girl in me who wanted to wear a crown, beautifully dress up, walk the ramp, and I don't know, I feel celebrating the femininity, I would say. So, so yes, but this was like the best decision because it is not about just glamour, but growth, I feel. So the pageant journey has been amazing till now, and the brand collaborations have just like both pageant journey and the brand collaborations together has pushed me out of my comfort zone, and they have brought the excellent out of me. And we do this social media task. It's been almost like 7 to 8 weeks now. We get this social media task, and we have to do make reels on it. And I think that has brought that creative side of me, resilient side of me. So yeah, it's fun. It's really fun doing all those. Sometimes it's funny. I've never thought that I would really do this heavy makeup reels and what do you say? This cooking reels, especially cooking reels. Cooking is itself a huge task for me, and then when you have to record it, it is another level of efforts and patience. So, but
Yes.
yeah, the growth has been phenomenal.
Yeah. No, I like what you said. It's not just about the crown, it's the growth that comes with it. It's the people you meet along the way, it's the relationships you create, it's the memories you make, it's the footprint you leave behind. It's the little
Absolutely.
things that make all of it worth your time. And in the healing circle, this is called self-love because you're doing this for yourself. So that was really nice to hear that from you. So I know you're a mom also, you're an athlete, now you're a public figure. So how do you navigate the pressure of doing it all? Like what do you have any boundaries? Do you have any rituals that you do to stay balanced or centered?
So I would say being, everything at the same time is not easy. It is very tough. But I have just let the illusion of it being everything, I have just let it go because I don't want to be perfect. I just want to be present because there's no perfection in this world, I feel. So I just keep doing things. I feel you don't have to wear all the crowns at the same time, but choose one in the moment with grace and gratitude. So yes, I would say just just there are days when I have this extremely hard workout sessions, and there are some days when I just show up for my son at school with whole heart. And I feel I have created boundaries around me. I have learned to say no, not out of anger or pride, but a deep self love and respect, I would say. It is very important to say no because I feel from especially in Indian community, we are never taught, we are never made to say that no. So I feel you should teach your kids to say no. Sometimes it is good for their own, character to grow. So yes, I am very positive about it. I try to be very calm in the moment, present in the moment, and not run behind the things which are not doesn't matter.
I like how you drop in all these nuggets of wisdom, being present, not perfect. I like that one too, because it's easy said than done, but you're actually doing it, which is very inspiring, and it's good to know because you're not truly healed if you're chasing the wrong things. So this is a good reflection of how you've healed yourself at a very deep level, because even though you are chasing for growth, it's coming in a very positive way, and I think it's showing in the conversation that we are having today and the message you're leaving behind. So I think that's incredible. I'm really at all listening to all the things that you're telling us. So let's talk a little bit about you know people in general. What I've seen, Shweta, is that women feel disconnected from their bodies, especially after years of self-judgment. They go through a lot of trauma. What advice would you give to women who may be starting from scratch, be it mentally or physically? What would you say to them?
I would really want every woman to know that they are not broken, and it is not too late. The moment of transformation starts when you listen to yourself, what you're saying when others are not listening. I feel that. The transformation doesn't start in kitchen or gym. It starts in your mind here when the moment you think like, you have to change, you have to rewrite your story, what you have been thinking, doing so many years, and just keep working on it. I would say start slow, start softly, don't punish your body, move slowly, and choose the food. Especially if anybody asks me, I would firstly say choose the foods which nourish your body, which
Mhm,
gives support to your hormones, your body, your energy, your brain, and that way everything shifts.
mhm,
Don't choose the
mhm.
foods which gives you guilt and a lot of embarrassment after like you eat them and then you realize, oh my god, I'm gonna put on weight now. and then you think I'll not eat next time, and then that next time never comes. So it always comes with practice. I won't say it will come overnight, but it always comes with practice, and you need to keep practicing that. It took me like 15 years to practice. I still sometimes lose my path, I just eat something which I shouldn't. But then I don't, beat myself up. It's okay. It's one meal will not make any difference, so it's fine. But then it comes with practice, I would say. So just keep practicing.
No, that's beautiful advice, and I like how you said that how transformation doesn't begin in the kitchen, it begins within. It's your inner calling and being able to listen to it despite of all the noise around you, because truly there's a lot of noise around you. It's not easy being a woman because you are there to support so many other people around you. But how do you make sure you nourish yourself before you show up as your best self with others? So that was a beautiful advice that you shared. So thank you for that, Shweta. So let's talk a little bit about spirituality, Shweta, and like, what role has it played in your healing journey? Like, what kind of connection do you have? Like, what do you do to ground yourself?
For me, spirituality is not rituals tied to rituals or grand celebrations or something. I'm very private person in case of spirituality. I am connected to God, deeply connected, but my relationship with divine is very private, sacred, and fiercely, to myself. I would say protected, fiercely protected. So my family and friends also doesn't know how spiritual I am because I don't like it is not for the world to know how spiritual you are. It is for yourself to feel it. You're right. It is your corner, it is your anchor, it is your safe place. So I feel it's everybody has a different opinion on it, of course, but this is my way. So I sometimes feel when I'm really, I want to be like in the place. I don't want to just, run around things and talk to my mind and talk to my body, what is going on, relax. So I feel sometimes I just connect with my brain ki just don't run around things, be calm. Everything will be okay. When something's happened, I've realized just seeing my friends and many of my family members, when something happens, they usually talk about it. Aisa kyun hua? Why did God do this? Why did he do this? This is wrong. This shouldn't have happened. But I feel after few months or few years, you'll realize why it happened. Because for me, everything was connected
Mhm.
when I was suffering from PCOS for 15 years, I used to think, why is this happening to me? Because I wasn't focused at all on
Mhm.
anything.
Mhm.
So why is it happening to me? Then a day came when I conquered PCOS. Then a day came when I got certified as a personal trainer. And then everything started, step by step. And then now today, I feel everything was planned by Almighty for me. I never, before this last year, October, I never thought of getting into a pageant. Never
Mhm.
ever. My world was around fitness and nutrition. And today I feel like, oh my God, I have like 6 months, 7 months, and I have grown incredibly in fashion world, pageant world.
Right.
And so that's what I say, just trust God Almighty and He's doing everything good for you. It is like everything one. You will reach your truth and just stay with your truth and live with your truth. Be authentic, be real. That's it, I would say. That's true spirituality. Authenticity is powerful.
Yes, no, that's a very beautiful message, Shweta, because you are correct, because spirituality is very unique and individual to each person. Each person's journey is unique to themselves. And as you said, everything that is happening in our life is for our own growth and awakening. And it's nice to connect the dots backwards. But you can only connect it backwards with a beautiful story if you listen to yourself and your intuition. And this conversation is a great way to show someone as an example of how, by following your intuition, you've come this far, what this means to you, what this means to the community and the people around you. So I'm so glad you shared all of it. Also, I want to, end with a final question. And this is something that I ask everybody at the end of the show. It's if there's one truth that you want to leave behind, like a message that lives beyond you, what would that be?
I would say you are enough, not because the roles you play or the labels you wear, but you are here. You are existing. I feel that's enough. Love your own self. Showing up for your own self and loving yourself is the best thing ever. And when you do that, I feel you'll be more protective. Women normally keep themselves backwards and everything else in the priority because they're made like that.
Mhm.
But I feel when you start loving yourself, showing up for your own self, you'll be more, when you are nurtured yourself, you give a nurturing life. When you're a nurtured soul, you give a nurturing life for sure. And it happened with me. It's a personal experience. It's a experience of almost, I would say, 20 years now. So, yes, I would leave this message. You are enough. Just be yourself, be authentic, and live your truth, own your truth. That's it. That's my final message to everyone.
But thank you. That you summed it up so well. You are enough is a very beautiful message. This um, sense of unworthiness is the biggest wound we feel as a collective, especially women. Always the feeling of worthiness always comes about. So this is a beautiful truth to leave behind, letting folks know that you are enough. So, I want to thank you so much, Shweta, for taking the time out despite your busy schedule. I know you're traveling to India. We still made it the effort, and I think it's like 7:30 in the morning for you, and you're here showing up, you know, to speak your truth, to share your voice, and share such a beautiful story, such an inspiring story for everybody to hear. So if somebody wanted to connect with you, Shweta, how can they connect with you?
I just DM me on Instagram and I will message you for sure. You can easily reach me. Don't worry about it. Just you have to DM me. And I would really love all the, female viewers to, if you are suffering from PCOS, please seek help. Right tools and a little support will make great difference. I never went for a personal coach or a nutrition on my journey because I'm a very, what do you say, very resilient in nature, to be frank. So I'm like, I want to do everything by myself. I just don't want to give anything to anybody because I like to have control over my body and mind and not anybody else. So I did it by myself, but I wouldn't recommend anybody. Now you have so many, professionals who can help you with it. But yes, just don't accept it that this is what it is. No, it is not. You can always come out of it with right tools and a little support, and you're not alone. No women is alone.
Thank you for summing it up that way, Shweta. So I think, can you tell everybody the handles, the Instagram handles? I think you have two, right? At Shweta Mehta, and then you have another one at Show Fitness. Did I say that correctly?
No, the first one is it's at Coach Shweta Mehta, and the second one is Show Fitness _ official. So you can
Perfect.
message
Now,
me or on any one of it. Yeah.
perfect. And then I'll put that on the link in the bio and the show notes. I'll leave all that for people so they can connect with you. Again, I want you guys to reach out to me if you feel like some of what I shared today resonated with you. If there's somebody that you would like me to work with or speak to, please, DM me or let me know. And I'm happy to, share their story and allow them to speak their truth. So if that inspires you, I want to thank you all for tuning in today. I look forward to bringing you more powerful conversations. And until next time, bye for now.
Bye.